How was up, y'all? It's Papa was cracking his D. About to react to another impressive vid. She dropped another one. I gotta catch up with my girl and get all the tea, you know, in pop culture. But it's titled Jess Hilarious Mad at the Breakfast Club. Loren is taking her job. Envy and Charlamagne shut down Jess. Oop. Okay, let's see what's going on with them. Let's watch.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. The comedian Jess Hilarious is speaking out after being constantly dragged over her performance on The Breakfast Club. Now, over a year ago, Jess Hilarious was brought in as an official third host on the show, and things were all good, so it seemed. But then Jess got pregnant and she took a maternity leave, and she actually suggested that Loren LaRosa, who is a journalist, come in and fill her spot. And Loren did temporarily fill in Jess's spot, but people loved Loren so much that the show decided to give her a permanent spot. Now, Jess Hilarious was kind of taken aback by this because she did not know that they were going to bring in a fourth host. In her contract, it was only going to be her, DJ Envy, and Charlamagne the God hosting The Breakfast Club. She did not know Loren was going to come in. And what she realized is people seem to like Loren more. The bosses at The Breakfast Club seem to like her more. The viewers, the listeners seem to like her more because Loren is actually very prepared. She's very professional. She's also a journalist, so she's very detailed with her stories. And a lot of people feel like she contributes to the show more than Jess. And at this point, Jess is like, what am I here for then? Because Jess was really brought in to do the entertainment news. She had her own segment called Jess with the Mess, but now The Breakfast Club has given Loren her segment, and the reason why they gave her her own segment is because Jess actually told the producers, hey, give her her own segment, because Jess sees the writings on the wall. She realizes that she no longer serves a purpose now that they brought this fourth host in there, and not to mention, she knows that people prefer Loren over her. So obviously they're setting the stage up to usher Jess out and bring Loren in as the third official host. This is why Jess is checked out right now, and she's not even hiding it. I mean, there was a clip of Jess on her phone while they were doing the Wendy Williams interview, and the cameraman didn't need to show that. They were being messy, but it's very clear that she's not engaged. She's not happy. Sometimes she's not even in the studio. And there was even a point where it seemed like there was some tension between her and Loren.
Dalton, Illinois' mayor, her name is Tiffany Hinyard.
Take the ass off for Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Glad you caught that, Jen. Exactly. Jen, let me opportunity. You don't read, but you know what you're talking about.
They don't say that no more because you the one reading it. Go ahead.
Now, Jess Hilarious did go on IG Live, and she finally exposed some of what she's been dealing with at The Breakfast Club, and she also revealed the shady way they hired Loren behind her back.
When I got back, she never left. I constantly was asking about, and when I say I called Charlamagne, I called our program director, I called the boss, I'm asking, all right, what's going on? Where's she going? Why is she not leaving? What's up? Why is she still on air? I was told that she was going to be the producer. She was going to be hired as a producer. Okay. Producers aren't on air though. So what's going on? That's what I got told. She's producer. Oh, okay, cool. So I ain't asked no more. She's only on my segment. So I'm like, all right, well, we've always, this is the boss. We've always considered having a fourth seat. But when the f was y'all gonna tell me that? I didn't know it was supposed to be four. If this was presented to me, prior to hire, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Like, oh shit, all right, cool. So when we bringing in the fourth person? So look, she started doing the news. I'm like, all right, look, that's our segment. I said, take me off that shit. This is no longer my segment. Give it to her. Give it to her. Charlamagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like it's our segment. She's reading it. And she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave.
Oh, you picked her.
I went to the person who does the intros, the sounds and shit. I went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Loren her intro.
Now, there was a point when Jess seemed to be a bit annoyed with Loren, and some people who watched the show pointed it out. Jess actually revealed that Charlamagne wanted her to play into this whole idea that they're feuding. I guess he wanted it for ratings, but it wasn't going to do Jess any favors because people were already looking at Jess like the villain anyway. So the fact that he wanted her to do that is kind of crazy.
I'm on air.
But why would you do it?
She overtalks. She's overtalking me. Lauren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I told her about this shit many times. You know, she overtalks me.
Hey, hold up, be quiet. No, Loren. No, just listen. Just please hush.
I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. I have to respect this lady. She's not gonna keep talking to me, yo. I'm already confused on why she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air, not in the building, on air, right? So I'm like, all right. I told her be quiet the next day. Charlamagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet. You tell her shut up. Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the well we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool.
Another thing Jess revealed is she didn't like that when she returned back from her maternity leave, how Loren kind of brought up the comparisons between them instead of just congratulating her on her pregnancy. It's almost like they were setting up this whole stage to pit Loren and Jess against each other. And of course, the viewers were commenting and they were saying how much better Loren is than Jess is. Even other public figures like the comedian Corey Holcomb pointed it out, and he echoed a lot of what the public was saying. They felt like
makes
Loren,
sense. Because I was thinking like, why they keep talking about somebody named Corey in the comments? But I just stopped reading like whatever. I don't know what they talking about.
was more talented, more professional, and just better at her job than Jess is. And Jess, of course, was really upset about all these comments because it's not just about her getting hate or backlash. This is about her job. If the executive producers and the boss sees that the audience is feeling Loren more, they're going to consider replacing her with Loren. That's the whole setup here. That's why Loren was brought as a fourth host without telling Jess. They're trying to replace Jess. That's why she's upset.
I get up every fucking day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. I have more fun outside the fucking studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting today to restructure the show and shit like that. That went crazy too. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm like not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. The craziest shit is, right? I wanted Breakfast Club so bad. I wanted Breakfast Club. I did. I wanted it. I wanted it. I don't fucking need to be there. I want it to be there. I'm mad every fucking day how I'm being handled. You know what I mean? My platform is big enough for niggas to hear me. So if you didn't hear me before, in meetings and shit, and man, phone calls and text messages and all this little shaky, sneaky shit niggas got going on, man, you hear me now.
Now, after Jess started trending for speaking out about the Breakfast Club, they decided to make a whole segment where Jess is able to air out her frustrations. And honestly, I don't think this went well. I don't think this went well for Jess because, for one, DJ Envy and Charlamagne were gaslighting Jess. They were literally making her feel as if her feelings weren't valid.
No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
You're not a villain. Who said you a villain?
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
What do I always tell you? I say stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
No, but look, it's not even about what they want me to do. I did last night what I wanted to do. What I felt like I should have been did. I've been asking questions.
The internet loves mess. And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit people against each other, especially two women. And I don't dwell in that.
Now, Charlamagne is full of it. He's over here talking about he doesn't dwell in pitting women against each other. Wasn't he the same one pushing Jess to fuel the whole beef between her and Loren for ratings? Like,
it sounded like he was saying that he doesn't feed into the internet drama, like as far as what people are commenting about him. Like he doesn't let that get in his head and dictate his actions. That's what I took from that. Like, that's my tripping. But she took it a different way.
Why is Charlamagne lying? Y'all love when women are pitted against each other. Y'all love this because this brings more ratings to the show. More people are even tuning in now because of this whole drama with Jess.
If you don't want Loren in the room, this is your show.
We can make that change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It's not about wanting her in a room, yo. It's about the segment. Like, it was like, y'all wanted her.
If you had a problem, say it
I've
to us.
had many conversations off air. What are you talking about?
Not like nobody having my back, because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11 years.
I'm not worried about, yo. It's not even about you.
You're worried about comments. And you're worried about what people say after.
I'm worried about the perception and my reputation of being on the show.
They've been itching on me for 15 years. They've been itching on Shanell for 15 years.
That's on you.
I'm trying to understand her side. I really am.
I don't let it affect me because I know who I am as a person. I don't give a F what them people say in the comments.
Come on.
I know who I am.
Whew, they were gaslighting her bad.
How?
And I know where Jess is coming from. I know that the way she's being perceived is really affecting her standing on the show. But I will say Jess does have to be mindful of how she reacts and how she responds, because...
How is that their fault that you're being perceived that way? I don't understand. What do you want them to do? You really can't change how people are perceiving you. Your best bet is to, I guess, try to come across a little bit more likable, maybe. Maybe try to take that criticism and try to improve on how you present yourself on the show. Or you could just completely tune that out. Like, I say this all the time. If I was a bigger, creator, had a bigger platform, I wouldn't read my comments at all. I already, barely read my comments over here anyway. For that same reason, is because it can get in your head and it can affect your mood negatively. So it is important to keep that distance. But, I am very active on Patreon. Those are my peoples over there. I read damn near every comment over there and I talk to them all the time. But as far as YouTube, Instagram, I'm not that involved, just because people are very negative and they're going to nitpick little things about you and always have some bullshit to say. So you do kind of have to tune that out. So I don't think they said anything wrong. I don't understand where the gaslighting is taking place personally. And I don't know what she wants them to do exactly. She's saying that she's been asking questions and shady shit has been happening behind the scenes, but she's being very vague. So I can't really comment on that. I don't know exactly what she's referencing. But as far as she's talking about how she's being perceived and her image, what do you want them to do about that? I don't understand.
Her crashing out on air over this and her crashing out online, it doesn't look good. It makes her look over emotional and not professional. And once again,
she shouldn't have got on live to talk about it.
You see the difference between her and Loren in the situation.
What are people
and I'm not trying to compare the two, but objectively speaking, you can see that Loren has handled the drama better than Jess. Even when Jess told her to hush, be quiet, Loren was still very professional. And I will say Jess was dead wrong for shutting her down like that. I understand that she was emotional and she was feeling away, but you don't have to take it out on your co-host. That's not professional, and it doesn't help people's perception of you either.
Okay, so the part about the talking over each other and the hush, be quiet, because you talk about how you feel in real time, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy. It's crazy. The shut up, I was like, oh, okay, because what we really giving up here? What's up?
Okay,
right?
But I didn't. None of that was said. You didn't say anything about that.
You talking over her too. Y'all both talking over each other. Because Jess is complaining that the girl talks over her. You were just talking over her just now. So y'all both doing the bullshit.
Up here, what's up?
Okay,
right?
But I didn't. None of that was said. You didn't say anything about that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie, the first thing I said to you was, Jess, we fighting for airtime and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer? What can we do better as the two women sitting right here next to each other to make sure that don't happen, because it doesn't look good. It's not going to play well for either one of us.
I literally swear to God, I don't even remember you saying that.
And that's exactly why I had Eddie in the room, or EP.
I never ever heard that.
Because
you pulled me to the side a few times to ask me, are you okay? How do you feel about the stories and things like that? You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen. I have said hush, shut up, and it's the only time you can quiet down is somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom don't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown ass woman.
And I understand you could have said that on air right then and there, or right after. When you say you put me in office, you never put me nowhere to tell me that.
Because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you. When I saw Jess crying, I came in here because I care about you. Have to be okay for all of this to be okay. And I'm a producer at the end of the day. You do my talent, we gonna be straight. Everything's gonna be fine.
Let's take some calls.
Do you see the way Loren handled this situation versus Jess?
bit more
This
professional.
is why people be saying Loren is better for the job than Jess. I'm sorry. I understand where Jess is coming from, but she does have to take some accountability in how she reacts to things. Because crashing out like this on air and on social media doesn't help. It doesn't
feeds
help
into the image that you don't
but
like.
I will say she
sense.
was done dirty because Loren wasn't brought in to add to the show. She was brought
How do we know that?
in to replace Jet.
How do we know that she hasn't been replaced? These are just assumptions that you're making. You don't really know if that's their objective, is to replace Jess. Is she not still on the show? She's on the show, right? They haven't kicked her off. They haven't fired her. So to speculate that, oh, they doing her dirty because this is their plan. How do we know that exactly? Y'all don't know these niggas who are in control at the Breakfast Club. So you're just talking out your ass.
That's what I feel. But anyway,
that's what I feel. That don't make it true. So how can you say she's being done dirty based on something that you feel, that there's no facts behind it? That's how you feel. Doesn't mean it's true. So again, how has she been done dirty? I'm confused. Mind you, I don't watch The Breakfast Club, so there may be a lot of context that I'm missing. But based on what was just presented here to me, it doesn't seem like they did her dirty. I would have to get more information to come to that conclusion. And it doesn't seem like this woman is trying to take Jess's job, and it doesn't seem like any of that is taking place. Jess seems insecure and she seems paranoid that that girl is trying to take her job. Maybe they did want to just introduce another woman to, make the conversations more well-rounded. I would actually like that another woman was there, because you kind of just have two dudes against one woman. And when there are topics that include, different genders, both parties, men and women, can be a bit biased, in favor of their own gender, obviously. So I think it creates more of a balance. So I think it would be a good thing that she's on the show as well. Because I think of the Joe Budden podcast. I've tried to watch their podcast a few times, and it makes me cringe sometimes how they all kind of gang up on Mel, which is she's the only woman on the cast, and it's just, she's surrounded by a whole bunch of penis. And I feel like, the times that I've watched, it seems like they unfairly kind of, gang up on her with their male perspective, and it's not enough balance, in my opinion. So I think that podcast would actually benefit from having another woman on the cast, to be honest. So in this case, I feel like it's good that she's on the show. I'm just confused. She just seems, like I said, she seems insecure and she seems paranoid. That's just what I'm gathering, but I don't have all the details, so that's just from what was presented here. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!